Next, modes of nutrition in bacteria. Modes of nutrition in bacteria. Taking of the food by the bacteria mainly divide the bacteria into two types. For how to get the food, one is autotrophic bacteria, autotroph, and heterotroph. Autotroph means to prepare the food by using sunlight. Heterotrophs means the bacteria depends on another organism for food. So this autotrophic bacteria, again two types. One is photoautotroph, chemotrophic bacteria, chemoautotroph. Photoautotroph, chemoautotroph. Photoautotroph bacteria mainly contain chlorophyll. So contain chlorophyll, which is bacterial chlorophyll, comma bacterial viridin. These are the two pigments in bacteria. Bacterial chlorophyll, bacterial viridin, these are the two pigments which are present in the bacteria. These two pigments, they are capture the sunlight to prepare own food. Next, in plants, carbon dioxide, water, and presence of sunlight, and as well as chlorophyll, like that, chlorophylls, and prepare glucose plus energy, and before that oxygen plus water also. These are the oxygen is a byproduct. In bacteria, what will happen? In bacteria, carbon dioxide take up, instead of water here H2S, hydrogen disulfide, which is used. Then that is a sunlight, and chlorophyll means bacterial viridin, bacterial chlorophyll. Then prepare, releases water and releases what is that, glucose, and release, instead of oxygen here release sulfur, and energy. That is, so in bacteria water is taken in. Next, here in this in plants water is taken in bacteria, hydrogen disulfide which is used, and releases sulfur as a byproduct. Here water is taken, releases oxygen is a byproduct. This is in bacteria. Same common thing process of photosynthesis, using sunlight, preparation of the food, common everything. Reduces carbon dioxide to carbohydrates, always common thing, but except instead of water here taking hydrogen sulfide, instead of oxygen byproduct here releases sulfur as a byproduct in, that is a bacteria. Bacterial chlorophyll, bacterial viridin, these are the pigments in bacteria, and chlorophylls and the phycobilins, xanthophylls are the pigments in plants. Next, chemoautotrophs. These chemoautotrophs mainly Reduction of the carbohydrates, carbon dioxide to carbohydrates is a common thing. For this process they prepare the food by help of some organic compounds. So preparation of food, prepare the food by the help of oxidation of chemicals, oxidation of chemical compounds. So these are the bacteria prepare the food by the help of oxidation of chemical compounds. This bacteria oxidize some chemicals, releases that energy used for reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. So chemoautotrophs, these bacteria mainly oxidation of remaining chemical compounds and release energy. That energy used for preparation of the food materials. So prepare the food by using oxidation of chemical compounds. That is, first of all, nitrifying bacteria. Nitrifying bacteria. Nitrifying bacteria, example Nitrosomonas and Nitrococcus nitrobacillus. Here, nitrifying bacteria first of all reduce the ammonia, oxidation of ammonia by the help of 1.5 molecules of oxygen, and releases nitrites by the help of the bacteria, that is what is it, Nitrosomonas, and water plus energy. These energy used for reduction of nitrates into nitrates. So nitrates plus 1.5 molecule of oxygen and releases nitrates and energy. It means, example bacteria Nitrosomonas, comma Nitrobacter. It means ammonia oxidized with 1.5 molecules of oxygen by the help of Nitrosomonas bacteria, presence of Nitrosomonas bacteria, and releases nitrites and water plus energy. These energy used for oxidation of nitrites into nitrates and energy. This is food for them. Example bacteria Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter. These are the two bacteria which oxidation of ammonia and nitrates to get energy or get food. It means first ammonia reduces into, ammonia oxidized into nitrites, nitrates are reduced into nitrates. Here some energy is released, that energy used for conversion of nitrites into nitrates and releases ultimately energy. This energy used for them, these two bacteria, Nitromonas, Nitrobacter. Next, sulfur bacteria. Here sulfur bacteria is an example for sulfur bacteria. Examples for sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria is mainly Baggiata thiobacillus. Example thiobacillus, Baggiata. These are the two bacteria which are releases sulfur as a energy. It means used up hydrogen sulfide and releases sulfur as a byproduct in sulfur bacteria, that is thiobacillus and Baggiata. Next, iron bacteria. These iron bacteria Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions. Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions. So Fe2 plus changes into Fe3 plus. Fe2 plus changes into Fe3 plus, and as well as energy, releases ultimately energy. It means this is ferric ions are converted into ferrous. Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions. This energy is released. Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions and releases energy. And this energy used for reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. Conversion of carbohydrates. What is that? Carbon dioxide reduces into carbohydrates. By the help of the enzyme ferrobacillus. By the help of the enzyme ferrobacillus. How? Ferric ions are oxidized into ferrous ions. Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions. Ferrous ions are changes into ferric ions at the presence of ferrobacillus bacteria and releases energy. This energy used for reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. It is a food for this bacteria, that is ferrobacillus bacteria. Next, hydrogen bacteria. This is 1, this is 2, next this is 3. That is hydrogen bacteria. Hydrogen bacteria also same. Hydrogen oxidized with oxygen. Presence of the bacteria, that is Hydrosomonas. Hydrogen oxidized with oxygen, presence of the bacteria Hydrosomonas, and to formation of water plus energy. This energy used for preparation of the food. So hydrogen bacteria, this bacteria oxidized hydrogen, presence of Hydrosomonas bacteria, and to formation of water, and ultimately gives energy. That energy used for conversion of reduction of carbon dioxide into food. So hydrogen oxidized with oxygen by presence of the bacteria Hydrosomonas, and to formation of water, and ultimately gives energy. That energy used for conversion of the or reduction of the carbon dioxide into food. This is the autotrophic bacteria. Photoautotrophs, chemoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs means that is a chlorophyll is present, bacterial viridin. Chemoautotrophs, that is a one is a Nitrosomonas, that is a nitrifying bacteria, sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria, hydrogen bacteria. So one is nitrifying bacteria, sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria, and hydrogen bacteria. These are the chemoautotrophs. Now we have to take heterotrophic bacteria. Next, heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria this bacteria depends on another organism for taking of food. So depends on other organisms for food. And types is there. First type of heterotypic bacteria, that is saprophytic bacteria. Saprophytes or saprophytic bacteria. This bacteria take up the food preparation, take the food from dead decaying matters. Saprophytic bacteria take up the food from dead decaying matters. Example, Clostridium. And Clostridium, and also known as Bacillus mycardis ramogene and ramogene, Bacillus mycardis, Bacillus, what is that? Mycardis, Bacillus mycardis, Clostridium, Ramogene and Bacillus mycardis. These are the three bacteria for their examples for saprophytic bacteria. Saprophytic bacteria means that is take up the food from dead decaying matters. After death of animals and plants, they are decomposed by the microorganisms. That particular time, these bacteria will enter on the dead body, will break down that particular organic matter to take up the food, either plant matter or organic matter, totally dead decaying matter. Next type of bacteria, symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria mainly which is associated with another organism. So associated with another organism for to take up the food. Associated with another organism. Example, bacteria. Example, Rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria symbiotically associated with leguminous plants. Leguminaceae family plants. Leguminaceae family plants, they are provide shelter, food, water, everything to Rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria gives nitrogen to these Leguminaceae family plants. So Rhizobium gives, that is a nitrogen to them, and Leguminaceae family plants gives, that is the food, shelter, water. These three things are given by Leguminaceae family plants. Leguminaceae family plants gives shelter, food and water, and Rhizobium gives nitrogen to Leguminaceae family plants. That is. Next, parasitic bacteria. Parasites. This bacteria mainly enters into the body of host. So lives in host body, either plant body or animal body. This bacteria lives in mainly plant body or animal body. It means plants and animals are the host for them. Plants and animals are provide food, shelter to this parasitic bacteria. Parasitic bacteria take up the shelter and food from host organisms. Example, Vibrio cholera bacteria. So this bacteria mainly found in human's body. This is parasitic bacteria. Parasitic bacteria lives in the host body, take up the food and shelter from the host body only. The host body is mainly plant or animal, and Vibrio cholera is the example. So heterotrophic organisms, saprophytes, symbiotic and parasites. These are the heterotrophic bacteria types. In next class we have to discussing about reproduction in bacteria.